YouTube, what it do to Down Home News TV? I am Dre. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard about the situation in Colorado with the Venezuelan gangs taking over apartment complexes, as well as in Chicago here recently, in the last day or so. There's a lot of things floating around about something I'm actually proud of, seeing the local Chicagians, I don't know if that's what they're called, but the young blacks over there actually taking a stand for their territory. And I don't condone violence, but in this sense, not saying I want anything bad to happen or anything, but I give them kudos for standing up and saying, hey, don't bring that stuff over here. So, yeah, that put a little light in my day because everybody hears about the horrible stories of shootings of black on blacks over there in Chicago, and it was just nice to hear that it seems as though they're coming together to take a stand for their territory. And I'm on their side for once. As well as in Colorado, where I heard that the Hells Angels were going to help out some fellow members of their chapter to try to bring peace to the situation or calm it down or at least have a be like a wedge for it to continue on. But I don't know. We'll see how things develop in the next few days. Hopefully it ends all peacefully and we'll just see. But today's article is coming from Tribune News Service. And the reason why I'm covering this today is because the title. You know how titles can be kind of misleading. I just want to see what they're actually going to state about the situation in Colorado. But title is Frenzy over Venezuela gang in Colorado reaches crescendo, fueled by conflicting information and politics. Residents hold signs at the edge at Lowry apartment complex in Aurora on Tuesday, September 3rd. Denver, the frenzy over a Venezuela gang presence in Aurora reached a fever pitch over the holiday weekend, fueled in part by a viral video of men with guns knocking on apartment doors and by a presidential election in which immigration and border security will be the focus for voters. Right-wing social media influencers and citizen journalists seized on a video shared by Denver's Fox 31 television station showing armed men at a Aurora complex, often adding their own captions and commentary, as it's made its rounds on TikTok, X, and Facebook. Even former President Donald Trump weighed in during a podcast interview, repeating unverified claims that gangs were taken over by big buildings with big rifles in the city. Well, just looking at the video, I wouldn't call them Boy Scout, a group of Boy Scouts looking to sell some cookies or anything like that. But anyway, continuing on. Aurora Mayor Mike Kaufman appeared on a national TV and posted about the Venezuelan gang on his Facebook page, contradicting his police chief about the severity of the situation and saying the city was preparing to go to court to get the judge's order to clear out the apartment complex where the Tren de Aragua gang operates. However, city staff on Tuesday said this is not the immediate plan. Aurora and Denver police have been publicly acknowledged there are Tren de Aurora gang members in their cities. But they say the gang members are not large and they operate in isolated areas. Others say the Tren de Aragua gang presence in Aurora, a city of nearly 400,000 people, have been overhyped. Those stories are really overblown. If you didn't live here, you'll swear we're being taken over by a gang and Aurora was under siege. Aurora City Councilwoman, Stephanie Hancock said Tuesday this is simply not true. Aurora officials over the Labor Day weekend contradicted each other on the scope of the problem and the city's response to it. Kaufman claimed on Facebook that 5 apartment buildings along Dallas Street are associated with gang activity and told Fox News that several buildings under the same ownership have fallen to the Venezuelan gangs, repeating claims made by property management company CBZ management at the apartments fell into disarray because of gang activity. Kaufman did not return a request for comment Tuesday. Aurora Citywoman Danielle Jurinsky, who has been most outspoken about the gang's presence in the city, also did not return a call from the Denver Post seeking comment Tuesday. The mayor's claim of the gang takeover is disputed by other city officials who say the long-standing disarray and poor conditions at the apartment buildings were fault of the poor oversight by CBZ management, not because of criminal acts by Tren de Aragua members. Sorry, gang, if I'm mispronouncing your gang name wrong. There's this hysteria that we apparently have in a gang problem. But what we have is a slumlord problem in the city of Aurora. City Councilwoman Allison Combs said. Aurora Intern Police Chief Heather Morris said in a video Friday that the residents are not paying rent to gang members. I'm not saying there's not gang members that live in the community, she said in the video taken at the Edge at Lowry Apartments at Dallas Street and 12th Avenue, where officers were talking with residents. We really made an effort these last few weeks to ask the specific questions and direct questions in terms of gang activity and making sure that people aren't paying rent to gang leaders, gang members. That's not happening, and we've discovered here today and yesterday, talking with so many residents, that is not the case, she said. We're staying out here, and I can tell you gang members have not taken over this apartment complex. Let's check out the video they got for us.
Some violent incidents at the property that we're fully aware of.
They're trying to say that here there's delinquents, that here there's criminals, here there's moms, there's families, there's fathers, there's families.
There has been mixed messaging in the last few days about claims of a Venezuelan gang taking over an Aurora apartment complex. Well, tonight we're hearing directly from the people who live there and from Mayor Mike Kaufman. I'm glad you're with us tonight. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Jessica Crawford. We'll hear more from Mayor Kaufman in just a moment. But first, let's go back to how we got to this point. You've likely seen this video. It surfaced over the weekend, making national headlines and causing panic. But despite our best efforts to get answers, not much context surrounding it.
A Facebook post by Mayor Mike Kaufman perhaps added to the panic when the mayor called for an emergency court order to clear the apartment buildings of Venezuelan gang activity, declaring the properties a criminal nuisance. And Aurora police then posted that a special task force was working in collaboration with state, local, and federal partners to...
And we're back in third quarter planning. Adams is quarterbacking this project, and she has
addressed the gangs.
Meanwhile, a different message from Aurora city officials proclaiming Aurora is a safe place to live, work, and visit. Then, as recently as yesterday, Aurora police saying they didn't find anyone with an outstanding warrant or any other criminal activity while canvassing the apartment complex. The mayor of Aurora says that he wants to get this under control, but in a one-on-one with Denver 7, he stopped short of saying that Venezuelan gangsters have taken control of apartment complexes.
Denver 7's Colette Bordelon spoke with the mayor today and tells us what he thinks is a problem for those people in those buildings.
Aurora is at the center of a national conversation.
I would ask people not to take a broad brush about our city.
Specifically, 3 apartment complexes where people are coming to see for themselves. After a viral video showing armed men at a complex off of Dallas Street led to questions without clear answers.
You don't think this is maybe just a misunderstanding, or even possibly some kids with some guns just staging an event? I don't know. I don't live there. I know one person that lives there, but I don't have their contact information. But I don't know. Just thinking of all the possibilities of what could possibly be going on, and I don't know. I have no idea.
Answers.
I think it's an out-of-state slumlord and hasn't maintained the properties.
Aurora Mayor Mike Kaufman sat down with us on Tuesday to address allegations that apartment complexes in Aurora have been taken over by the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, or TDA.
The reality is that there have been some violent incidents at the property that we're fully aware of.
Have you been able to confirm any Tren de Aragua activity within those complexes?
I think the view is kind of mixed on that. Quite frankly, that part is not relevant to me. Now, the DEA has confirmed to me that there are Tren de Aragua elements that are involved in fentanyl distribution.
Aurora police are concerned about what they call a small TDA presence in the city. They continue to say they have seized at least 1 gun and additional evidence related to the video that's circulating on social media.
I think that there is gang activity with Tren de Aragua. I don't know.
We asked the resident whose doorbell camera took that viral video for an interview today. They told us we have to get a password from Councilwoman Danielle Jurinsky before they will interview with us.
I don't understand why somebody would be censored, why an elected official would be trying to censor someone.
He visited the Edge at Lowry Apartments with police on Monday and says he spoke with several residents who he believes are mainly migrants from Venezuela.
There's just this system of exploitation there with this criminal element that hangs over the population.
Kaufman plans to launch an investigation into how this happened. He believes it'll show that nonprofits not working with the city placed Venezuelan migrants in the apartment complexes.
And we're going to walk it back to understand what happened and make sure it never happens again.
In Aurora, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Aurora police have arrested 1 man in connection to a shooting from July who they confirm is a documented member of Tren de Aragua. He's currently in ICE custody.
I don't know what.
Well, from that doorbell camera, the situation doesn't look good either way. But so for interpretation, let me know what y'all think about what's really going on in Colorado and Chicago. I don't know, but this wouldn't be the first time I seen political figures sweep things under the rug, but I don't know. I have no idea, people. Let me know what y'all think. Down Home News TV. I'm Dre. Y'all have a good